Now, why that hole should be there, I have no idea. But there's the other side of the door. Donate now. Every Zork mid brings you prescience from the 6 gods of emotion. So this is not a monotheistic monastery. Alright, let's see what we got here. Condolences to the family of Father Mulligan, who was drawn and quartered for ringing the 7th tone to the great implementor out of order. Measures have been taken to prevent such tragic errors in the future. Man, they are strict around here. And we'll be dealing with these tones later on in the game, actually. Condolences to the family of Father Goffman, who was banished after muttering in his sleep the forbidden words, "Hello, sailor." Once again, you know, the story itself is pretty serious, but you keep getting all these silly jokes put in at the same time. Here we have a bunch of the monks all standing around for a Polaroid, apparently. We welcome the Burton family, who has renounced the absurdities of the Brogmoid cult and accepted the wisdom of Zoroastrianism. And finally, congratulations to Elvira Flatman, who has won a free plot of land and a new development in the up-and-coming Valley of the Sparrows. I have to admit, that one I don't get, if that's a joke. So if someone can enlighten me, I'd appreciate it. Okay. You can see up top more flame imagery here. So apparently this monastery is devoted to the 6 gods of emotion. So this is basically the poor box. Here is his note. It says, "Thank the implementers for the generosity of man, and a curse on all of your progeny for stealing from the church." So you can see the hand here means that we can place something. So we're going to actually have to put something here. Probably a Zork mid, if we can find one. Here we have a vertical pan opportunity. So sure enough, there is the flame sculpture, and you can actually see the sculpture of a man holding it up. That's pretty cool. But I don't think we can interact with anything here on that screen. Can't go that way or that way, so let's just go forward. There's a book over there, but alas, we can't read it.
Discovering time and eternity, nothing at all.
They call for secrets and hidden powers.
The monk's long dead. How's the play?
It's kind of freaky having these statues just spontaneously talk to us.
Well, you're hearing the implementers call.
Mast and runes mark the way!
Above and below the fiery towers.
Okay, I have no idea what they're saying, but I see that there's 6 of them here, and they each have a different expression on their face. So my guess is these are the 6 gods of emotion. And nothing here. Nothing here, but since we can walk this way, I'm willing to bet that this is probably some kind of doorway. We just need to open it up. Some pictures on the walls. I think maybe all of these are actual real-life paintings. So if anyone recognizes these, let me know. There's another one. They all look very somber and religious in tone. But we can't interact with any of them. Ah, here's a door. Can you imagine, I mean, this looks like a bunk room. Can you imagine laying down on a bunk and below you, just separated by a gate, is a lava flow. You basically, I mean, we should be cooking right now, and you'd probably be incinerated in your sleep. I mean, don't get me wrong, it looks awesome. Can't look on the beds. Let's just keep going here.
What are you doing? Get out. This place is shut down. There's evil here. Evil. There's demons everywhere. Upstairs. In our master's room. Master's gone. Disappeared. And what of me? Who's left to protect me? If I hear one more demon bellow, I'll go mad. It's done. I'm mad.
Poor guy. Well, from his dress, I'd say that was one of the monks, and the sign out on the door did say that the monastery was closed pending an exorcism. So this place must be haunted by some pretty nasty things, and they've pretty much driven that monk insane. And you saw that he arrived out from, I guess was a door here, but unfortunately we can't actually go and look at it. So we'll have to just go into this side chamber here instead. Nothing on the sides. And we can interact with this, so let's see what happens.
Endless fire which passes through all things.
Cleanse soul through flame.
Protect the innocent and perfect the healing stone.
Let the spirit be washed and whitened by the philosophic fire.
So that must have been a flashback, because we saw all the four alchemists there. They're doing some ritual with a baby. Although we have no idea what they were trying to do there. Here we have a vertical screen and a grate. Ooh, something in the grate. Okay, it says push on the glyphs. Well, it says open, so I guess to open. Push on the glyphs. And here we have a whole bunch of symbols here. Oh, wait a minute. I guess these represent the letters here. See, 4, 2, 3. Yeah, okay, I got it. Alright. So each of these represents a letter. So I think I'll pause the video just for a moment while I write these down. Okay. So went ahead and copied those down, but I'm hearing some bad audio artifacts. Let's see if I can fix that. Okay, there. Sorry about that background noise. Okay, so I copied down the glyphs. So next time we see those symbols, we should be ready. Okay, now, let's see, do I want to go that way, or... Let's go in here first. This looks like a reading room, or a book display room, I don't know, whatever you want to call it. See, the plaque says Brother Shane. Oh, these must be like desk areas for people to stand and read things. Yeah, here's Brother David. So they're all labeled with their names. Brother Jeffrey here. We can look at this book. Still too small to read, but I guess it wants us to look at the fact that this is Brother Jeffrey's area. Let's see. Can we zoom in on anything else? Let's go back here. Ah, no. Can't go through the first row, apparently. Let's see. Brother Gregory. This is Brother Michael. And Brother William. Okay, let's see. I believe all of these are opened in sequential order. Let's see if this is the first page. Yeah, I think it's in this order. So, this area here is basically the story of Yourik, I believe, who's a major figure in the Zork lore. So here we go. The merchant Yourik, himself a simple man, grew dissatisfied with his simple trade, his simple gods, his simple life. Seeking only truth, he prayed to the implementers and heard nothing. Because he could not find the door to the heavens, no portals to the plains of Atrii, Yourik hid himself in a deep mountain cave and followed a demon down the forking forks, curving curves, and labyrinthian labyrinths that led down into the underworld. The devil, Yourik reasoned, being the devil, would keep less exclusive company. Alright, let's see. Second part. When on the third day the earth beneath his feet began to glow red hot with fire, and the stench of sulfur pierced the air, Yourik quite rightly assumed that he had reached the underworld. As the demon quickened his step, a broad stone door flung open just for a moment in the darkness. When the demon slipped past the doors, Yourik caught upon his cloak and was pulled inside, the stone clinging shut just behind him. The air was so thick with black smoke that the devil, Yourik reasoned, could not be far off. So he just made it under the wire there. I think this one is part 3. Oops. Right there. Okay. But in his path, demons of all sorts, larger and smaller, lesser and greater, wily and woolly-headed, pleasant and not, thronged towards the most immense demon of all. This demon, surrounded by a great ring of infernal fire, stood between all hell and the Lord of Lamentation himself. As Yurik's demon, a lesser melancholy sort, approached the great demon of the threshold, he drew from his side a bronze shield, and hurried past the ring of fire untouched. But Yourik let go of the demon's cloak with a yelp, and fell to the ground. O ye with the faith of a hungus! I have no idea what a hungus is. Miraculously, as the number of demons stopped to heckle in anticipation of Yurik's fiery death, Yourik saw his chance. He plucked like a bronze shield. He plucked a like bronze shield, studded with 5 brilliant red rubies, from the side of a careless demon, and plunged his way into the ring of fire. When the flames touched his shield, they fell to his side, dissipating into pungent black smoke. Yourik, armed only with a simple blade of a simple merchant, slew the great demon of the threshold in his surprise, and made his way down to the devil, who, reasonably amused, taught Yourik the great mysteries of the cosmos. Let's see what the center book has to say. Yes, and so he's called Saint Yourik. It is Malvo. At least that's how I'm pronouncing it. Okay. I'm glad to know that I didn't completely misremember his name. So let's see what this book has to show us.
time for us to begin.
No. It's time for all this to finally end.
What are you doing? You're being arrested.
For what?
Leave him alone!
I'm not going anywhere.
Stop! Leave him alone! Lucien! Why are you doing this?
How can you can't do this?
Father, help me!
Looks like Lucien and Alexandria were about to be married. At least that's what it looked like. It looks like Brother Malvo was supportive of the idea, but the general, or Lucien's father, was not. Okay, we go back here. And this looks... I believe this is actually the main central part of the monastery, which acts kind of like a museum. And I believe somewhere down there it's holding the monastery's holy relics. That door is locked. Tapestries on the walls. That door is locked. More apocalyptic imagery. How much you want to bet this door is locked? Yep. So, yeah, we ain't getting out of here. Let's see what's in the center. Okay. So, let's see. We know that these... I know what the letters these glyphs correspond to. What do we have here? Padlock. Okay, we don't have a key yet. O for open. That's this symbol. So, well, what if we spell open? O... it's P... which one's E? This one. And N is this one? Ah, I'll be darned. I remembered that. Yep, it's open. I can't remember how I figured that out the first time. That's a bit of a long shot. In fact, I'm completely flabbergasted that I remembered how to do that. But hey, works for me.
Thanks to industrial strength magic, all objects are protected from theft.
Security system in the museum. Yep. This room protected by Troll Tech, registered trademark. Anti-theft system 710, formerly the Frobos Magic Alarm 709. Oh, I guess they got bought out. Yeah, so about that last thing, you know, knowing that you should spell open, I don't know how you would reason that. That it's so much just a shot in the dark. And again, I have no idea how I managed to remember that that's what you had to do. The Presence of Incredibly Weird Stuff Going On by Bizboz. First edition, first known magic spell. That's cool. Before it was known as magic, it was called Incredibly Weird Stuff Going On. Okay, so here we have a ruby from Yourek's shield. The giant serpent oracle of Bagth, not to scale. Let's see. Now, I think the way this is that the security system is currently on. So if you try to take something here that you're not supposed to take, you'll end up being zapped by the security system. So again, I'm going to save really quick here. And I think the security system is in here.
Alarm system deactivated.
Awesome. Alright, I hit the right button. So that means we should be able to take this. Yes, okay. So we now have a real, actual ruby from that shield that Yourik used to walk through fire. Magic Wand Standard Issue. Excuse me. Scroll of Zomdor Spells for Triplicates. Or is that triplicates? I think it says triplicates. I think it's that whole bureaucracy theme again. Fee Hourglass facilitates time travel. That may be the similar thing that we saw in the temple, actually. Can't go over to where that little side table is. Crystal Ball, Period of Moog. It's the Sacred Granola. That's cool. Ah, trapdoor. Okay, so we can get down here. I'm not finished exploring yet. I think that's another thing that you can't lift while the security is active. We'll head back down there eventually. Let's see. I think this is where we left off. Yeah. Okay. We have the Sheath of the Grue Slayer. Now there's a sword I'd like to have. Slay me some Grues. And over here we have Zork Shroud of Zilon. So here's the Zork equivalent of the Shroud of Turin. Although, I don't... Oh, actually, no, you can kind of see a face here. That's neat. See, his mustache is here, that's his nose, there's his eyes, and there's his beard. What do you know? Ooh. Legendary Blade of King Antharion. Why can't we take any of this stuff? Stick Frotz. I have no idea what that word is. By Vilbaz the Great. Jewel of Jeramor, 3rd century before the Empire. Here we go. A replica of Yourik shield. So you can see there are the 5 rubies on it, but this is just a replica, so this is not going to help us. Torch of the Endless Fire, and this one we can actually take. So we have a torch and we have a real ruby to Yourik's shield. The Mythical Universe. Not sure what that one's referring to. And finally, the Magic Scrolls of Bizbaz. I believe Bizbaz is mentioned in some of the other Zork games as well. It's either Bizbaz or Bilbaz, or something like that. But if nothing else, it seems to be a common name for sorcerers in this world. Okay, let's see. Do I want to go down? Or I do want to go and look at the bells. I think I probably actually want to go back to the bell tower, which is the one place we haven't been yet. Because we might need something from there. We always make the most interesting noises when we're climbing stairs. Okay, I gotta go around the lectern here. Okay, I believe the bell tower is this way if I remember correctly. Yes, you can see a bell right there. And we can pan up. So way up there you can see the bells are lined up. We must have kicked a bell on our way up there. Okay, let's see. We can look up here. Just looks upwards higher up in the tower. And we can... here we go. Call to meals. Wake up. Call to prayer. Fire alarm. Invasion attack. Call to Fanucci? Huh. Interesting choice. Finally, the 7th bell. And you can see that it looks like we have 6 symbols here. The last one is just this, looks like a smiley face almost here. My guess is that's the one we're probably going to need to do, but we're going to need to find out what the symbols are supposed to be. Ah, yes, okay. I think I know where I am. I'll just go over here and show you guys what the controls to the bells look like. Okay. So here are the controls to the bells. You can see they all have different, very strange symbols on them. We haven't seen them yet, but we will. Actually, what am I saying? We actually saw them right here. So, as you might expect, basically if you do them in these orders, then it's, for example, if we played these 4, that would tell everybody in the monastery that there's a fire. Which you think would probably be a common occurrence since we're surrounded by lava. Okay. Brother Ben. Brother Silius. I can't open it though. We can at least see inside. Brother Andrew. This goes upstairs. I'll just keep on this floor for now. Brother Will. Again, we can't open the door. But looks like standard quartering for monks. But here we don't have a brother. Here it just says Alexandria. This must have been her room. First time I went in and heard that, it freaked me out. But that was a baby's call, so maybe the baby that we saw being held over the fire in the first flashback that we saw, maybe that was Alexandria as a little baby. Although it's obvious that they didn't kill her because we saw another flashback where she was grown up. So whatever they did over the fire, it wasn't lethal. And here we have some sheet music.
Oh, your music was lovely, Alexandria. Like the harmony of the spheres.
Then why does it make you so unhappy?
I was thinking how much I'm going to miss it when you've gone.
Why can't you visit me at the conservatory?
I can.
And since I'm never getting married,
Oh, you're sure your destiny is a nunnery?
I can come back here and play for you until you're old and feeble and totally deaf. Forever and ever.
Amen, my child.